Void Spirit spells are that good on Rubik, but I'm guessing they are fine. I also like the Shaker because it's like an instant stun against Embers and Pango, so it's way easier to catch them. It's also a pretty solid setup for Disruptor ulti. You Fisher them, Disruptor, throws his spells and he kills someone. And now they pick Riki. I'm assuming this is Riki carry. That's gonna be interesting. I like the pick. It's very good against all 4 heroes. Like when this Riki gets Diffusal Blade, which I'm not sure if that's the build he's gonna go for, but it seems very good. If he gets Diffusal Blade, he should be able to solo kill all these 4 heroes.
Ooh. At once?
No.
Okay. No, I'm always hyped to see some Riki carry. It's such a flex. It's just like this hero, he does actually have his place in this meta right now, and if you can get him just at the right time and just the right position, then he becomes a really powerful core. I've seen most people building Diffuse on it. I can't remember. There was one team which started building Battle Fury Riki. I can't remember who that was. That was I think it worked though, so whatever.
Remaining.
Yeah, I'm seeing Battle Fury. I think that's like the most popular. No, I think it's actually pretty legit. Because like the thing with Riki is that the hero is like pretty solid with like single target, especially because of how his E works. It basically you pop into an area and you hit like twice or two or three times to like one hero.
Yeah.
So having Battle Fury enables you to have some form of AoE damage, helps you farm. So those are like things which Riki lacks. So I think the Battle Fury makes sense.
Okay, you rate the Battle Fury.
Yeah.
Maybe you might say, but as you said, the Diffusal also seems really fantastic this game, so might also be the call here from Riki Madu. We want to go back rider ban. Team Xolotl just burning down the time a little bit on this final ban for them because they got to decide what they're going to pick as well. But yeah, based on the heroes they've had so far, it feels like Team Xolotl, they just really want to fight. They're like angry terriers. They just want to run down fighting pandas and get down their throats. And fighting pandas, I mean, kind of a little bit of the same. They're not really there with the big ultimates, which Team Xolotl have, but then they have Rubik, who could potentially supply some of those. But they don't have like the big cooldown ultimates. They've just got kind of more high tempo, high paced heroes, which also want to fight a lot. So I'm expecting a bit of a bloodbath, and this Timbersaw fits into that pretty damn well as well. We've been seeing more Timbers where they just pick them up without really those melee strength heroes. That used to be the thing, right? You could sound like a godly analyst. All you need to do is just sit back and go, oh, Timbersaw, well, they've got melee strength heroes, therefore this hero is good. But to date, it's just into a Pangolier and Ember Spirit, but I still think it's been proved to be a very good pick, especially a lot of teams have been first phasing it. Virtus Pro, who I was casting in the CAS regions, they're just first phase Timbersaw if it got through the bans anyway. So clearly this hero definitely has its place even without needing to fill a niche anymore. It's just generally a good hero.
I feel like I like it in the Xolotl lineup. I feel like they have a lot of control, which enables Timber to like deal the damage. But I don't like it that much against heroes of fighting pandas. I feel like all their heroes are pretty solid against Timber, especially Rubik, since when you get level 6, you steal his spell, and then you destroy him with his own pure damage. Ember should be also very, very solid against Timber, but I feel like the hero is mainly like enables you to play in a certain way, since he is unkillable from like minute 5 to like minute 15. This hero is unkillable if you're not inside the fountain of the enemy team. So perhaps they have some strats built around that, and it's gonna be good, especially because of this reason.
Nice. Yeah, no, it's Timber's dream teammates. Maybe not the dream enemies, but dream teammates. Fighting pandas. Thinking about this last pick here. I mean, if I know fighting pandas, it's going to be some hard carry for Envy him, like Medusa, something like that. I mean, not necessarily that when you have a Riki who's going to build Diffuser. Okay, not hard carry, but a medium carry, I would say. That's going to be the final pick for them then. Thoughts on this pick, SabeRLight?
I mean, Xolotl, they have interesting pick. They have Riki 1 core, Void Spirit 2nd core, and Timber 3rd core. These are like very niche heroes in my
Yeah.
opinion, at least in last. Not so much now. I feel like I like fighting PandaS pick a bit more. I feel like the heroes are like more reliable. I see them way often. They have a clear path to victory. They just get items on Envy, and he should be able to destroy everyone. But at the same time, I feel like if this Shrieky has a good game, he can destroy fighting PandaS.
5 seconds remaining.
True, but how likely are we to see a MKB rush on this troll warlord like boots, maybe phase boots, MKB, something crazy like that? Because it definitely seems like that's a way to play into Ricky. Just get the MKB online as soon as possible.
I saw MKB yesterday, or maybe the day before, and I didn't. I mean, it's interesting, right? Because people are building Maelstrom on troll. So an MKB is a bit similar. Like it's different in the sense that like you don't have the AoE damage, but at the same time you have like way more single target damage, which helps like in fights, and I guess it helps farm as well. I don't think MKB helps against Tricky though, because if I'm not mistaken, the Smoke Cloud doesn't have mist chains. Oh, it does. Never mind, I'm stupid. So yeah, it does help with that for sure. He's gonna have to get BKB as well this game. Sometimes the build is just like Senshin Yasha into Static, and you have so much status resistance that stuns don't bother you anymore. But this game, they have so much magical damage that I don't think he can fight without BKB.
Yeah, I mean, in the past has been a little bit avoiding of a BKB pickup, but yeah, no, I haven't seen them dodge the BKBs in a while, so I'm expecting him to do the same. Yeah, it's not a solution to the smoke screen problem.
Oh, and Envy has Ring of Basilius in the start. That's interesting. I've never seen that on troll.
No, I mean he's got relatively cheap spell cost, but a really tiny mana pool as well. So maybe that mana regen is going to help him out a bit, and I think Aui's certainly going to be pretty pleased about that. Pleased as punch. As he rocks up to lane, he's carrying a ton of regen, so we'll also be able to throw any of that Envy's way if they so desire. That's it. All right, let's get into it. Game number 1 in this best of 3 series between Fighting PandaS and Team Xolotl here at the NA qualifiers of the StarLadder Minor. Meander and Snake King setting up in the top lane against Ifrit and Hector. Team Xolotl, of course, the boys from Mexico fighting PandaS. 4 Canadians and 1 American.
30 seconds to battle.
Urban's Canada's. Urban's Canada's SabeRLight?
Urban's Canada's?
What?
What did you say? I didn't understand.
Have you ever been to Canada?
Oh. No, I haven't. I've been in LA though. That's the only place I've been in America. And Atlanta. You?
What do you think of LA?
The battle begins.
LA, it's very nice. It's like it has the air of Croatia. It's very very warm, very what's it? I don't know. I'm not sure how to describe it, but it's a nice place. Even though it's in America, which is not that cool, you know. EU is way better.
Of course. Yeah, you gotta have that loyalty. Do you see what Fighting PandaS just did here? Aoi and Envy just coming over around the side off the high ground, just throwing some spells at Raykill. I don't know what that was about. They threw away in a Frost Blast, some axes. Just from the high ground.
I mean, they have the Basilius, right? So they're gonna heal up their mana. They just wanted to harass, I'm guessing.
Just use them spells.
Yeah, I like it a lot actually, especially in this lane, because it enables Lich to spam spells. It enables Troll to just spam spells, which is very effective against Timbersaw.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to happen in the greatest of times so far, as Envy and Aoi players been very interesting to just murder the straight up creep wave. More blasts coming out onto Jano, even forcing him to timber chain away. Meanwhile, over at mid, we got Esk versus Bryle on the Ember versus Void Spirit matchup. This is a bit of a weird one, almost like a bit of a mirror matchup between the two. Both have shields, both have the lockdown to start with. It's interesting to see what they level against each other. Both of them, of course, choosing for these shields. The Resonant Pulse almost Probably the most consistent spell to grab in the middle lane, just because it helps out CSing so much on the Void Spirit.
Yeah. One shield blocks physical damage, one blocks magic damage. I'm not sure which one's more useful. I guess the physical damage. I mean, on the other hand, if both
Yeah,
both
they're both spam
spirits
spells,
have their shields, Ember wins. Because it's burning him through the shield.
Yeah. Curious. I'm sure this is one of these matchups which will get discovered more as time goes on. Meanwhile, Arcane Rune will belong to Esk here. Turning around, trying to get as much value, as much right clicks out of Brawler as possible before he goes to the Arcane. He doesn't even feel like he wants it that much, but I'm sure he does.
He does.
Just the Resonant Pulse.
He doesn't want to lose the last. It's just because of the rune. I'm sure
Timber
he wants.
down at bottom, right clicks coming forwards here. He's going for the south, gets cancelled out by the actors from Envy. Now the Tim chain across the river should allow him to survive. I think I had another south going off. That might have been Envy's, which got cancelled out by Raykill as well. I'm not too sure. Was watching the Timbersaw there. But I definitely heard two souths.
But this Timber is not having a good time, but so far should get better now that he has level 3. Oh, he even went for double ring of protection. That's pretty interesting.
Needs more rings, I think. Two's not enough. Raykill going to be the creep delivery service for him. But Aui's not backing up. He's still going to keep on right-clicking Jano here. Another Frost Blast. Another Frost Shield throughout. Alright, top lane, what's going on up here? We got a Ricky carry. I mean, let's have a look at this guy for a bit. He's 14-0 so far, 15-0 on the CS now. Chilling out with Hector. Not doing quite as well as the other cores, but he's doing absolutely fine. Meanwhile, Fighting Pandas just trying to be annoying as possible with their pulls and disrupting the wave where they can.
Yep. I don't think there's much kill potential on this lane. Perhaps Fighting Pandas might be able to kill Disruptor if they use their...
Yeah, I think they might be here. Hector's in a bit of an awkward situation. The Ricky trying to throw down the trick to the trade and a couple of right clicks their way as well. Hector will be able to get himself over towards the trees, so yeah, no real catch, no real lockdown, making it pretty tricky to finish off the Disruptor.
This was a bit questionable from Moon Meander in my opinion. He had Mango, he had Sticks, so could have lifted the Disruptor, but... Alright!
They will get first blood in the end. They just make the second
No need.
play. Yeah. It's a pretty potent combination of the Swashbuckle plus the Fade Bolt lift. Not even needed to get the kill onto the Disruptor. He just oversteps a little bit too far without much HP. Meanwhile, down in the bottom lane, a root does come out onto Jano. This Timbersaw could be in trouble, but they don't seem to be able to finish the job here with Aoi and Envy. Although, I say that, they're just making sure he's getting nowhere near these crit wave. They don't want him to get XP. That's how far they're zoning him out here.
This is pretty bad for Xolotl. Like, Timber's strength is especially in laning, so if he's playing from behind, I don't think the Timber is gonna have a good game. And this was their last pick.
Yeah, this was supposed to be the ace in the hole, but unfortunately, the only hole he's in is the bin hole. And now it's
has been killed.
Nice one, Nomad. Oh, that's
a little bit forced maybe, but we made it happen. Man, Aoi is just a bad person at this stage. He's killed his courier, he's right-clicking him down, just following him across the map, frost blasting him time and time and time again. Jane are going to try and just take the creeps behind the tower, but Aoi's having none of it. Daddy's coming over and he's taking his belt off and ready to start smacking away at the Timbersaw here. You know, at least he's now got the reactive armor stacks to keep on going. 2 points in that as well, so can start to maybe threaten Aoi a little bit here, try and chase him down, but the Frost Blasts are coming in, and Janie doesn't even seem to have enough health to deal with this. He's going to have to ditch the creep wave and TP himself away.
This is still fine.
Brawl was coming over, that's why.
Yeah. Making the double wave is pretty good, because now it should push and give Timber some farm under the tower.
True, yeah, they're still going to mess with the equilibrium enough.
Envy is free farming. He has almost 40 creeps in 6 minutes. This is
Jesus.
Extremely good for a troll. And as I said, I feel like if this troll has a good game, he's gonna win the game alone.
Yeah, it's the moment he's having a pretty phenomenal game, to be honest. Jano unable to do much. Bryle, he's come down to bottom as well. It seems like they're trying to look for a trap onto the Timbersaw here. They've got a arcane room in the bottle for Bryle here. Meanwhile in the top lane, Moon actually ends up going down. Jano, though, he's in some trouble. They're immediately jumping him right now. Frost Shield down onto him. Bryle needs to get to the other side of this Titch and will be able to do so. They'll finish off Jano with relative ease. Meanwhile, the Void Spirit's come over here, but I'm not really sure what he can do, what he contributed to this. They're just going to keep on attacking away at this tower. Envy's got these Fade the stacks going up, and he's going to be able to bring it down. Envy gets himself a tower and immediate TP up to the top lane. Is there any action going on up here? Ifrit's actually the one in trouble. Jumps himself across to Hector. Hector helping out. Oh, snaking. A bit of a miss there on the swashbuckle. Thinking Ifrit had gone through the trees, but he had enough. And now Envy comes in, gets the net onto the Disruptor. The right click's coming through as well. And there's going to be Disruptor going down. Envy walking up. He's looking for Ifrit as well here. The swashbuckle come through. That one's going to miss. Axis as well going astray. Ifrit's just going to use that trick to the trade to get himself across the trees. But it looks like they saw the animation there as they ping him out perfectly. Envy still trying to chase him down, but it looks like Ifrit's getting himself to safety here. Well, not an ideal situation still for this Riki, though, as he's not finding any creeps. He is the carry after all, and he's just being completely snaking.
Can he get it?
The tricks of the trades. Yeah, he can go for this one, but he needs another jump forwards, but does have the 2 charges of the Blink Strike, so it's going to be a pretty straightforward kill for him. Snaking. You got to respect the Invis Riki, man. Come on.
Yep. But Ember survived with like 100 HP, Remnant it away. But what I would like to highlight is the rotation of fighting PandaS. I think that it was like a perfect rotation of Ember. They saw they have like a double or triple wave bot, and they had also siege creep. And the important thing is, if you kill this wave, all the bot.
I think he's gonna get caught out here. The chain's committing. Oh, hi Snaking. He's here as well, just to make sure they bash down this Timbersaw. He's not gonna be a hero this game, to be honest. I think this Timbersaw is just going to be a glorified creep. Majority female Moon Meander juggling heroes right now, but could be in some trouble later. Remnant will collect along with the Fisher as well. Chance Totem coming over, but Snaking coming to save the day with the Rolling Thunder, forcing them back. S wants to come in though, trying to finish the job, but he doesn't have any spells. He's got 3 seconds until all the spells are going to be on cooldown. Meanwhile, Moon kills off Raykill just before he goes down himself, but will die to Hector. Turns up with a Thunderstrike and brings down the Rubik in response.
Snaking's doing a lot with this Javelin.
All over the place right now. Mid, top, bottom, finding kills.
Yeah.
Dying to Riki. Just kidding. We won't talk about
And Envy might be in trouble top.
Yeah, 3 heroes surrounding him right now, and well, Hector spotted his courier, so his courier's definitely dead, and he might be heading the same way. The right click's coming through, Hector's on top, but Brawl coming over, they're looking to turn this one around. Moon's here as well, they're going to glitch back onto Envy, but he's okay, they'll actually turn around and kill off Hector. Xolotl lacking the commitment into the top lane to really actually finish off this Troll Warlord, and he had ultimate the whole time, Envy, so wasn't really too worried.
Anyways, what was I saying about the bot lane is that if the Timber got the triple wave, he would have been back in the game. But instead, fighting PandaS secured the tower and even killed the Timber there, which was, I would say, like extremely good, almost game winning, since this Timber doesn't have a game right now.
Yeah, it's certainly game ending for Jano, unfortunately. It's Snaking, just going to take his bouncy room out from under him as well. That feels pretty bad. Oh, he got them both. Oh god, Jano. Can't even get bouncy runes. Can't even pick up bouncy runes. He's just not a thing. Meanwhile, we've got a kerfuffle in the mid lane. Esk is the one being chased down right now. Moon Meander with the astral step. Jumps forward twice and takes him down. Lift up, throw back. Damage is there from Bryle. And they'll finish the job together. How he gets the kill onto Esk. The Void Spirit dropped in the middle lane. Could not get away. PandaS. I mean, that's exactly what they're doing. They're just fighting Team Xolotl right now. And they seem to be getting the advantage in every single little engagement here.
Yep. Notice how they always make moves when siege creeps spawn. For example, now they are probably gonna get this mid tower thanks to the siege wave.
Ooh, Hector, see you later, buddy. Raykill, unfortunately, going to need much more than a fish to keep him alive, but they'll jump forwards onto Moon here with the trick of the trade. Can they finish him down? You bet they can. Blink strike forwards now over towards Bryle as well. As Remnant going to keep him still with the silence as well. They might be able to keep him locked down long enough here, but he gets out of the silence over to his Remnant, but they're still chasing. Blink strike onto the high ground. Snaking trying to help him out, but Bryle's already dead. Now they're going to go towards Snaking as well. Another Aether Remnant will connect from F. He's landing them pretty nicely here, and that's going to be another kill going the way of Team Xolotl. The Mexicans find the turnaround in the middle lane. 3 heroes dead, and can maybe look for, well, a little bit of pushing, but this tower's pretty healthy. And you look at the heroes here, and it's like, well, towers don't really seem to be an option for this team just yet. Gonna need a couple more items on this Riki, and even then, not much of a tower pusher, but they find some kills.
The game is pretty rough for Team Xolotl now, and that is especially because of this Timber. Like, I'm sure that they would love to have farm on Timber and just play around him, push towers with him, and kill zeros with their Timber, but they can't since Timber is fucked. So they just need to farm up. Get some items on Riki. He is going for the defusal. So once he gets that, I think they can look to get into some engagements.
Is the plan. Meanwhile, Jano, well, they've seen him on the map, and they certainly do hate this Timber, and they're going to be able to bring him down again. They've got him coordinated out and brought down for a... What time is this? 4th, 5th? Oh, only his 3rd death, actually, but... Oh, God. Oh, he comes in for the deny of Void Spirit, though. Actually, a beautiful static sword from Hector. Catching out 3. Can they get the damage off to finish off the kills, though? I'm not sure they can. Void Spirit just going to try and get himself away. Brawl being chased here by the Riki. Raykill coming forwards as well, and they find the glimpse back onto Brawl. He doesn't have a remnant. He doesn't have a way out. He's going to get killed off. Beautiful static storm there from Hector, turning what was potentially a great fight from fighting PandaS into losing their mid laner. 3-man static storm. That's what we like to see. That's your way back into the game, Xolotl.
Yeah, they're doing a very good job at punishing fighting PandaS. They lost their mid tower, but at least they got a Brile kill out of it.
Yeah, not bad, not bad. This lack of mid tower will probably hurt them a little bit more in the long run, but you make do with the things you get when life gives you lemons. Kill Brile.
Alright. Shaker is halfway to his blink, so with that they should be able to kill some heroes as well. What are the items? What is Envy going for? He has Blade of Alacrity. Other than that, that's a
Courier
cash.
died earlier, but has it got something on it? No? Okay. Casual Blade of Alacrity.
Gives 10 ag. It's very good.
10 agi, very good. SabeRLight approved. Okay, alright. Meanwhile, in the top lane, stuff's going on. They kill off Hector. You static storm us. We kill you later on. And this should secure them the tier 1 tower as well. Meanwhile, Timber trying to do the same thing down here at bottom. He's making his way over towards a hood. Give him a little bit of tankiness, but still not the hero he wants to be. This is not what Mama raised Jano to do. Unfortunately, this tower is still plenty healthy as well. They might even want to come down and defend it, but I imagine the fighting PandaS just want to assert themselves across this side of the map, really.
Yeah. Oh, and Envy opted for Battle Fury. I think that's okay. I guess the thought process behind the Blade of Alacrity was that he was going defusal, and they wanted to like snowball, but he changed his mind after the 1 or 2 lost fights, and now he's going for the Battle Fury. He's just gonna farm up and be the menace he wants to be.
Yeah, realizing that it's not going to be much of a snowball game from fighting PandaS, or at least not a super convincing fast one, so instead of trying to play at the higher pace, just chill out, take the game securely, give yourself late game options. It certainly makes sense to me. Riki, where's your defusal, my friend? Well, he's about 440 gold away currently. His ancients will help out a little bit, but still a little bit of a ways off, especially with all his team around him. Probably not that much space to farm here, but both teams, well, they've already taken the top tower. That was quick. Well, down at bottom, Team Xolotl trying to do the same thing. See if Fighting PandaS have anything to say about it. So far, so good, though. They're making their way over there, smoked up, so...
This should be a very good fight for Xolotl since they have a very good ward on the cliff there. Let's see if they can play around it.
Kind of cutting off the way of escape here. Controlling out this part of the map, of course, always quite effective. Gives you 2 lanes to jump out to, can push both of these in, cut off the resources for Team Xolotl. They're hoping to catch him on the return, it looks like.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
that's a good call by PandaS, not running into the Dire team under their vision. I don't think they would want that fight, so it's a good call. They tried to cut them off.
Snaking immediately getting jumped on here before he has a chance to relax. Jano as well coming in as well, but Aoi is here to turn it around. Bryle also coming up. Zembazor, though, he's not afraid. He's running forwards, and they really want to get the kill to Pango. They will. A great remnant coming out again from Esk to finish off Snaking, and now Aoi's looking mighty vulnerable also. Xolotl on top of him, chasing him down here. They've got a Chakram, they've got a Fisher, they've got the damage, they've got the kill. Aoi goes down as well as Snaking. 2 quick kills from Team Xolotl here. Seemed a little bit not on the same page, I would say, for fighting PandaS, as a couple of them still wanted to be looking for kills in the area, but the other heroes were already gone. Envy already looking for further farm across the map, and it didn't seem like Rubik was there either. Mumianda doing other stuff. So just the 3 heroes in the neighborhood, and it didn't take them long to turn around. Meanwhile, they're going on to Envy here. This is 2 heroes down. They might be able to get the kill off here. Envy gonna get dropped by Team Xolotl. They dive in deep, and this little ganking duo for 2 cores, the 1 and the 2, do bring down the smackdown onto Eternal Envy.
Very impressive. I guess Snaking wasn't expecting the Diffuser Blade, because I don't think he can die there without Diffuser Blade on Ricky. So he was a bit surprised by that and died. But this death on Envy is very bad.
Yeah.
PandaS getting a return kill top.
Oops, sorry. I was having a sip of refreshing water, so we missed that one. But I'm sure he's happy to die for my hydration. That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah, 11-10 on the scoreline right now. I'm impressed with Xolotl actually so far. They've been playing a really tight game.
Yeah, me too. I wasn't expecting them to hold up so good, and you know, they have their blink on shake right now, so now is their time to shine.
You're right, this is the timing. This is when this draft really wakes up. Your Earthshaker is suddenly a hero. The Timbersaw is able to get himself a hood. He can probably do a bit of frontlining, but meanwhile, fighting Panda as well. They might lose Bryle down here. They're trying to chase him down, but he actually gets a remnant away. And meanwhile, fighting PandaS are doing Roshan. So this was all a bait. Bryle set up down in the bottom lane. He's like, well, I might die for this, but as long as it secures Roshan for us, I'm happy. Doesn't seem like there's any knowledge of this Roshan attempt here at all from Team Xolotl, so this is going to be fighting PandaS grabbing that one.
December is back in the game. He already has higher net worth than Snaking, so you know, well played by him. I wasn't expecting this, but the kills they've got managed him to recover.
Oh, for some reason I was on a gold per minute for like 4 minutes in this game. It shows you more or less the same thing as net worth, right?
Yeah, more or less.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I mean, if they can calculate it, it does. You know,
I'm not the one being lazy. You guys are being lazy. Just get your calculators
exactly.
out.
Just multiply it. 20. You know, you get the TPM times 20, and that's the net worth.
Jeez. Lazy Twitch chat. Alrighty, talking at 20 minutes into the game, we have the outpost coming out. That's going to go for 1-for-1, fighting PandaS with his Aegis in hand. Seems to just be using it to farm pretty safely and put a bit of pressure into mid. Team Xolotl yet to really make anything happen with this Blink Dagger. Don't know, do they want to fight? Is this Aegis too much of a threat to them to fight into that Team Xolotl just kind of have to play the rest of the map? Or do you think there is a potential to take one over on fighting PandaS even with his Aegis in hand?
I don't think they want to fight. I'm guessing they're waiting items, or do they? Not really. They have everything they need, but fighting into troll with Aegis is still pretty scary. So
yeah.
Plus they have a very good pickoff with the blink with disruptor. So I'm guessing they're waiting for someone to split from the team and punish either him or the team. But mid.
There you go, jumping straight away onto the troll. They want to take away his Aegis quickly, and will be able to do so, but Snaking coming rolling through, keeping the Ricky still, and the beautiful actually Static Storm holding the Rubik back on the backlines there. That's going to stop him being able to lift up the Ricky and allowing Ifrit to escape. I think they could have got the turnaround here, but Boomiander just being controlled up really nicely, and now Jano just comes hurtling up onto the high ground here. This Timbersaul's not afraid, but maybe the Void Spirit should be. Snaking gonna hold back the Earthshaker. Meanwhile, they're gonna try and deal with Void, but Void jakes it out brutally. Meanwhile, it looks like Sacking is gonna be in some trouble. Ricky, though, gonna be the one to first go down here, and they actually can't get the finishing blow onto Snaking. Timbersaul trying to look for him, but won't be able to do so. Meanwhile, Boomiander picked up the backlines, but S goes down to Envy and the Ember. The two of them able to rip through him, and now Jano, he needs to run, but oh, that is an unfortunate net. And I think he missed a Timber Chain as well, so goodbye, sir. That is a dead Timbersaul, and, well, they take the Aegis, but unfortunately, the only other kill they get in that fight is the Rubik. Meanwhile, Team Xolotl, they bleed away 5 big kills on all 3 cores. Supports, what is you doing? Where are you guys?
Was well played fight by fighting PandaS. They were kiting the Dire team very well. They didn't enable Shaker to get his echo, and that's what they needed. So, especially Bryle and Snaking did very well in the fight.
Yeah, Bryle bouncing about all over the case, and Snaking just being that disruptive power and staying on top of the Timbersaul, keeping him nice and locked down. Meanwhile, Raykill coming forward onto Owie here. Snaking gonna join in as well. 2 heroes locked up together. Envy happy just right-click through the smoke, doesn't really care, and Raykill's gonna go down. Looks like Ricky might have had the same way. They've got the sentry, they've got the chains, they've got the kill. Ifrit is dead. There's a second kill here, and Xolotl, I don't really know what that one was, boys. I think maybe getting a little bit carried away after that last fight didn't go too well. You know, sometimes you get a bad case of spaghetti brain. Not focusing, perhaps. I'm not really too sure. I don't know. Do you know?
No, I don't know either. It's a mystery.
Comforting boon of regeneration.
Esker's got the right idea, though. Pushing out top, you know, just the moment he sees heroes missing off the map, gonna TP himself away. See you later, boys. Not interested. Bro, meanwhile, he's very interested in Jano here. Likes the cut of his jib. They chains him up. He'll spin himself in some circles, and that puts an end to it. Fine.
When Esk is going for the Thompson build, Crystallis into Solar, it's very interesting. I wouldn't expect these items to be built on Void Spirit. I understand the Crystallis. That item's just broken right now because of how much damage it gives. But I'm a bit confused by the Solar. Why do you think it's good, Nomad?
I mean, I've seen Medallion before. I've definitely seen this. You know, the idea just to shove the Medallion on them and then jump through them with the Astral Step. And, I mean, essentially just 2 super value damage items. But yeah, going for the full solo seems weird. Meanwhile, Shaker, he's got no way out of this one. Goodbye, sir. Oops, Snaking's having some fun by himself. This little crossing of fishes. Never cross a fish in. That's what my level is told. Well, Hector having fun inside his own Static Storm here, but unfortunately Bryle glints back at just the wrong time, allowing him to run down Hector. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, run a little less. He is on the run here. Envy's still chasing, though. That'll be a run then. Tricky hero to bring down here, Void Spirit. But boy, he's gonna try. There we go, finally see some creeps to distract him.
Yeah, I'm not sure how can Dire win a fight right now. I guess if they burst Troll or maybe Ember in the start of the fight, I think they should be alright. But it's really hard.
Yeah, I mean, Envy's just got so much money. He's got so many items. Sanjin Yasha, Battle Fury, going for the BKB next. Already has a Mithril Hammer in his back.
Oh, I like this a lot, going to Sanjin Yasha before BKB. First of all, it helps you farm faster. But secondly, and more importantly, it gives you HP and status resistance, which BKB doesn't. So if Shaker chumps him, it's better to have Sanjin Yasha than BKB. So you're not gonna pop BKB anyways. You know, it's the small things. Oh, and he also has the Paladin sword. I feel like tier 3 items are the most broken items, actually. Like, tier 2 are pretty meh.
Yeah, some of them are really sick.
Tier 3. Just this Paladin sword on...
The Orb of Destruction's tier 3 as well, right, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. That's... It's the
They're
second
the ones
broke.
which kind of have the most impact in the game. You know, Envy walking into 3 heroes here, just popping the ultimate immediately. I mean, Hector turns around and throws his own down, but Envy doesn't really care. He's going to keep on chasing forwards. Meanwhile, S jumping up, jumping across, having to use both the Astral Steps to try and get himself away. But Bryle, he is quicker, and he's going to be able to get himself a kill here, despite Ifrit's best attempts. Meanwhile, on the backlines, the Echo Slam comes down, but Envy, he's still alive. They can't finish the job. Raykill, he gets a good one, but will still be dropped, and it looks like the pain is just going to keep on coming here as Fighting PandaS getting the smackdown. A Fisher up onto the high ground, going to get themselves another kill as they look forward to Jane, and the Timbersaw going to be the last one alive here. The Team Xolotl, and maybe the Timbersaw escape? Maybe? Not looking likely. No. Goodbye, sir. Fighting PandaS get the full 5-man wipe, and Envy's wasting absolutely no times on getting started on these barracks. It's not going to take him long to get through them either. This Troll Warlord is mighty fat.
This looks like GG. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I feel like Team Xolotl, you know, if they get the right engagement into these fights, if they find the right kind of positioning, it could look better than it does. But all these fights just seem to start really awkwardly, and not even on Fighting PandaS terms, to be honest. Like, they seem to be kind of just running into each other. Oh no, and once hell breaks loose, you kind of get to see why Fighting PandaS are the better team. You know, they got the better players.
Yeah. I mean, they almost killed the troll in this fight when Shaker jumped him, but they were just missing heroes there.
So, Fighting PandaS, they're going to chill out a bit now. They've done their damage, taken away the barracks. They know this game is more or less in their hands. Not too much left to go before that victory is in sight. I mean, 17k gold advantage really is severe. These net worths are not pretty to look at. S, Ifrit, Jano, all together. Pretty damn poor. Oh dear, why are you outside of your base, sir? That is not where you want to be. Hector is going to lay down a Static Storm in mourning. And meanwhile, Snaking, he's up to the high ground. Timbersaw being held still on the low ground, though. He stepped out of this base and will also pay the price here. This is a clear message from Fighting PandaS. Do not walk down those steps. We will punish you. However, they get a return kill to Owie. Okay. Hector, going for the TP of all things. Well, apparently it worked. They've got no stuns between them, so see you later, boys. But yeah, I mean, a Lich for a Timber and an Earth Shaker, probably not a good trade deal.
Yeah. Not optimal.
Moon and S just playing around with the Aether Remnants there, putting them on top of each other.
Oh, an Orb of Destruction on troll right now.
Oh yeah, there it is.
I mean, that's
which
pretty
one
solid for... I think...
Oh, Bryle's already got the death though, so yeah, definitely goes Bryle.
Oh, that's... Actually, Orb of Destruction is the most broken item on Ember Spirit, because you're gonna apply to everyone. Both the slow and the minus armor.
Pretty sick. Meanwhile, Shaker, we had this conversation before, buddy. We had this conversation before. You do not go down here. No. Stay in your base.
PandaS are just waiting for Roche now. They take Roche, take Aegis, and I think they can end the game.
Yeah.
Unless they do some stupid
move.
move.
Kind of feels like Team Xolotl want to be the team waiting for the Aegis as well. You know, once the Aegis is up, you know Fighting PandaS will all be in one place. You can kind of look for a team fight. Maybe get yourself a godlike Static Storm with a godlike Echo Slam. That seems to be probably their only way to turn this one at this stage. And despite having 2 BKBs on the other team, which we're just going to ignore and pretend that.
Yeah, I feel like they need to run to Roche right now, but they're not doing it, so...
No, gonna be too. I mean, even if they were, look at the outcome. This is just ridiculous. Roche gets made to look like a meatball. And Fighting PandaS are a hungry Italian. Alright, Halberd on the Timbersaw. That's something. That might stop Envy murdering them for the duration.
On the streak,
3 seconds.
yeah. Yes, Manta on Ricky. I mean, Manta on Ricky is overall good item, but I'm not sure if it helps in this scenario. But I don't think they would need like 3 items to like make a difference.
Should've gone Rapier.
Yeah, I agree.
When in doubt, whip the Rapier out. PandaS, what's the play, boys? I mean, they're kind of positioning on this high ground right now. Send a hero to each lane. Pretty standard stuff. And now they'll unload. Oh, no. Hexa.
Static Storm. Ay.
Yeah. Aye, indeed. Now they look forwards on towards Jano here. A nice two-man chair is going to be able to bring down the Earthshake with relative ease. He's going to get dropped. No buyback on the Earthshake and no chance of a slam coming through in this fight. That's going to be a big chunk of their team fight gone. But meanwhile, on the backlines, they have been able to find one kill, but Ricky is going to pay the price for his pick-off here. He kills off Moon Meander, but dies himself. Meanwhile, Envy coming up onto the high ground, held back by Kinetic Field, but once that is down, he's going to get you, and now he goes onto the Void Spirit as well. Void Spirit, he gets ripped apart like a paper mache in water. They're going more for here as well. Timbersaul's going to be the next target. BKB from Envy, making him absolutely unstoppable, but they're actually returning to look for the building, so Chano's just like, no, you will pay attention to me. Meanwhile, the Void Spirit, he's in some trouble as well. Going to get beaten through again. His second life lasting just as long as his first, which unfortunately was not very long. And now your GGs are being called out. 32 minutes in, and Fighting PandaS with a smooth, buttery victory here. And finally we see an episode. There you go. Get it in the end.
I feel like Fighting PandaS, they played the bot lane extremely good, and I feel like that's what won them the game. Like, December not having a game was extremely good for Fighting PandaS, and it was detrimental for Xolotl.
Yeah. I mean, there's Timsaw. They kind of needed him to be the front line. When you've got this Void Spirit and this Ricky, these guys which want to be dancing around the side of the fights, you need a focal point for Fighting PandaS to have to worry about. And you didn't worry about a Timbersaw who got absolutely dumped in the lane, had 9.5k net worth this late into the game. You know, he wasn't a factor. We said about it a lot in the game, and I think that's just kind of the Fighting PandaS just kind of locating the weakness in this Team Xolotl draft. You know, they see this Timbersaw and they go, right, well, the Timbersaw's not actually that great against our heroes. Plus, we definitely have the ability to bring him down. If we just bring a lot of mana to the lane, throw our spells at him, bully him out of the lane, then actually, if he does not a factor throughout the early mid, Timbersaw is not going to be a factor, and then that means that we can be. We can do what we want. We can group up, we can fight, we can look for all the kills we want. Team Xolotl's team just kind of falls apart after that. A Ricky and a Void Spirit does not make for a very threatening lineup unless you have something big and tanky to kind of absorb the aggro in the front of the fight, right?
Yeah. Another thing I want to point out was where the rotation of Fighting PandaS, those were on point as well. The rotation bot, which destroyed Timber even more, and it secured them a tower and a Timber kill, was perfect. And then rotations mid with the siege waves. You know, that's something the viewers at home can learn, that if there's a siege wave, you usually want to group up, destroy a tower.
Cool, easy peasy. Simple tips. We're all learning today. Thank you very much, SabeRLight, and thank you very much, Fighting PandaS, for giving this a very assertive show of dominance here in game number 1. But Team Xolotl, you know, they've got another game to try and prove it out, pull it out versus Fighting PandaS. Can the Mexicans get a revengeance in game number 2? We're going to find out after a short break. We'll throw it over, and then we'll be back with game number 2 of Fighting PandaS versus Team Xolotl here at the StarLadder NA Minor Playoffs. My name is Nomad, he's been SabeRLight, and we'll see you very shortly for the next match.
See ya.